Hi everyone, do you see me? Hi everyone, can you see me? Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Oh my goodness. 27 people are already on. Can you hear me? Okay, you guys can hear me. Wow, you guys were on early. It's not even 7 o'clock yet. What are y'all doing? Tommy Grant, Uncle, wow. Okay, all right. So first of all, y'all made me nervous, okay? If I can be very honest, first of all, thank you so very much for joining me for this special announcement. If I could be very honest, wow, look at everybody. Hi. I put up a flyer this morning at 8 o'clock. I'm telling myself, engagement numbers on flyers are null and void. Nobody cares. Nobody reads flyers. Nobody's going to engage. I cannot believe how many of you responded and the hype and the excitement behind it. Craig Thomas, how are you, Craig Thomas, out of Canada? I saw you literally checking the time in the comments. You are hilarious. Thank you so very much, guys. I'm extremely nervous because you guys have made me nervous. No, I am not getting married, and no, I'm not pregnant, because quite frankly, those are things that I would absolutely never share publicly. But thank you very much for the comments that I saw. All of them, they were celebratory, and they were complimentary, and it was just nice to see that people were saying, congrats. We know that whatever it is totally aligned in what you believe in and what you represent, and I appreciate that. Secondly, a lot of your imagination just went wild. One girl just came on, Nakita just asked me, no, Naima's not getting a brother, even though she's asked for a brother. But your imaginations ran wild. Somebody asked me if it's a talk show. Somebody said, Terry, what's the name of the book? You guys are hilarious. Before I get started, no, I'm not going on tour, Craig. It is not a book. Guys, wait. I saw somebody say hi from Barbados. Please, before I actually officially get started, let me know in the comments where you guys are repping from. Like, what's your flag, your nationality, what country, what time zone, what's your province, your state, your district, your town. Let me know. I'm not getting married, guys. I promise. I'm not. There's no ring. There's nothing. I promise you. You don't need to get pot covers. I see Jamaica's in the building. Clarendon. Hey, Julie. I see Barbados in the house. Grenada, Spice Isle. I love Spice Isle. Mississippi, jam down. Portmore for sure. Portmore is where I was born, where I was raised, actually. Look at St. Catherine. Jamaica, St. Ann, Maypen, Florida. What? Florida. Portmore. Idaho. Send me some potatoes, no? Send me some potatoes, Idaho. Falmouth, Trelawney. Wow. Ochi. Thank you, guys. I hope it's so to show up for your work. I hope how you guys were here, not on time, but early. I hope that this is how you show up when you are ready to go to work. All right, so let's go. For those of you who've been a huge part of my tribe, you guys know that for the most part, I have my milestones, I have my little personal goals and my targets, and when I hit them, I celebrate them privately. I do it with my family, my friends, Florida, Ontario, Moortown, romantic experience, big up yourself. For a lot of persons who know me, I share, my attitude, my approach, my mindset to life, everything that I touch, everything that I'm involved in. But for the most part, I'm extremely private. A lot of the times my milestones, I might share that I accomplished a milestone, but I may not necessarily, Spanish Town, Savlamar, Westmoreland, Montego Bay, big up yourself, I may not necessarily tell you what it is. And that's just a part of me and my introversion and just how I stay. This, however, is a little bit different, and I thought that this would probably be the first time I would officially share something with you guys, and I want you to bear with me because I'm not accustomed to doing this. What I want to do before I share it is I just want to remind you of 5 simple things, and you're going to understand why I'm sharing this with you. Your authenticity and your character are your best currencies. In fact, they're your only currencies in life. If anyone is listening right now, whether you think you're a small brand or not, every living being on this earth is a brand and deserves to be a brand. And the moment you decide to fake it till you make it, or you decide to be like someone else, or act like someone else, or talk like someone else, or copy someone else's brand, then you've literally self-sabotaged. You're literally killing your brand and you don't even know it. So I believe in all things, you have to always approach everything authentically and building that character of credibility and integrity, so that when people hear your name, there is no such thing as a good name unless it is a good name. And the fact that you guys were able to say that whatever it is, you know that it is aligned, you know that it is good, is because over a period of time, consistently, I've presented myself to you authentically and with a character that is unshakable, correct? So I want to remind you, your authenticity and your character are your truest currencies. Number two, please don't underestimate the power of your online presence and your online brand. There's so many of us who are still playing around with the fact that we have something of value to offer and we're playing small. We physically cannot be in all rooms all the time. And your online presence is the way to give you tentacles to reach out into different territories, spaces, rooms, lunch meeting. Your name is coming up in meetings and you don't even know. But you can only have that opportunity if your online presence is strong. So I encourage you guys again to use your online presence and to grow your brand with intention. Don't treat it willy-nilly. Don't treat it carelessly, because you could be losing out on a lot of opportunities in areas that you did not even know were possible. No, I am definitely not becoming a politician. That is something I know I will never become. Number three, a lot of people think that your audience has to be massive, right? Your audience doesn't have to be massive. It just has to be ideal. Your audience doesn't have to be the loudest. It just has to be the right audience. So for those of us looking for large numbers to engage and to like and to comment and everything, don't worry about it. If you have a small community and you show up for that community all the time, you don't know who is watching. You have no idea. Even if you have 3 people who are part of your audience, you don't know who is taking your brand as a brand advocate to somebody else, who is mentioning your brand, or who is looking to share your brand with other persons. So while other persons are looking at the quantity, look at the quality. Look at the depth of your brand. Lastly, comparison will steal your joy. People say it all the time. A lot of the times we look on social media and it is so hard now, and you see people buying houses before you, buying cars before you, they're getting the promotion. Some people are getting selected over you, and no matter how hard you're working, no matter your dedication, your commitment, sometimes it just feel like you can't catch a break, or your breakthrough is never coming, and you ask, why not me? Everybody seems to be passing and everybody have them things together and I just seem to not be moving. Don't watch nothing. You hear what I'm saying? Don't watch nothing, because sometimes you're on the highway, you might be going at 50 miles per hour, another man pass you, zoops, 110 miles per hour, and I aim that you meet up at the same stoplight. Allow me to tell. Or sometimes you guys realize that you're reaching the same destination, and it simply meant that maybe you weren't in the same type of car, maybe it wasn't a sports car, maybe you weren't going at that person's speed, but maybe you took a different route. Yeah? Maybe that person had to stop off. Yeah? But you can't reach the destination at the same time. So although it is hard, I want you guys to know that. What are you guys saying? It's not a talk show. It's not a talk show. I'm getting to it. Focus on yourself. Thank you, Miss Intelligence. She's out there taking the notes. Focus on yourself. And number 3, when you're working with the intention, you're working with the authenticity, you're building your character, you're being very careful about your alignment and who you want to bring into your space as your audience. When you get that opportunity, don't bother ask why, or why me, or I can't, or this is bigger than me, or this is too much of a challenge and I am not qualified. If you get the opportunity, it's because you are called for it. And it may not be easy, but it's something that you've been called for. So that being said, hi Ziri, hi guys. So for many of us, I don't know who's familiar with the brand, but I watch TED Talks all the time because it helps to motivate me, it helps to inspire me. TED Talks, TEDx's, I always look at these authority leaders, these people who are provoking thoughts and sharing ideas that TED considers to be worth sharing. I am happy to just share with you guys, let you know that I've been invited and selected to be a TEDx speaker for TEDx Aston University in Birmingham, UK. And the reason why this is a big deal for me is because look at you guys. Oh gosh, yes, I landed at TEDx Talk, TEDx Aston University. This is so awkward for me because I'm not accustomed to sharing like my own milestones. So now I'm like looking off the camera. A lot of you over the years have tagged me. You guys have said, Terry, one day we're gonna see you on a TED Talk or a TEDx Talk, and I usually, wow, I can't even keep up with the comments. Wow, I'm really nervous now. A lot of you guys have told me that I am worthy of a TED Talk, and I've always been like, yeah, whatever, whatever. And so for me, I've subscribed across all platforms. I've watched some of the greatest TED Talks and TEDx Talks. I've watched some of the most amazing conversations and discussions and things that have challenged me to think differently, that have made me stop and wonder, I never thought about that. And the reason why this is even more surreal to me, thank you guys. The reason why it is so important to me and it's so weird and surreal is because for this particular TEDx Aston University in Birmingham, England, this is the first time they have extended the invitation to international speakers outside of the UK. So they've always used, Italy, London, England, and all of these other persons within the UK. But this is the first year that they have stepped outside and have gone in search of speakers, international speakers. And myself and Zachary Harding were actually selected, which actually makes us the first Jamaican-based speakers to do the TEDx talk within that Aston University area. And that would make me the first female international speaker for this particular TEDx Aston University, the first Jamaican female international speaker, which I can't even describe to you what that feels like. And I'm honored and I'm privileged. And I guess the reason why I am is because I operate as a host, right? And as a I don't know if you guys can still see me, as my computer just shifted a while ago. So as a host, can you guys still see me? Are you still seeing me? Because my entire computer just shifted a while ago, so I'm not sure. Can you still see me? I don't know. All these messages are going up. Can you still see me? I just need to see somebody say yes. Yes? Yes? Wow, okay, yes, okay. So typically, I spend most of my time representing clients and representing my audience and connecting dots and putting things together. And I have called up so many amazing keynote speakers from all over the world. I've read their bios and I have read out people's names for accolades. And it's funny, the other day, somebody saw my post on LinkedIn about hosting the Governor General's Award, and a woman said, surely you're getting an award. And I said to her, actually, no. I said, I've mastered the art of navigating through life, doing things, but never actually receiving accolades and awards. And I told her, but it's okay. I think everyone has his or her season. And this is just an amazing opportunity. And the theme is untapped. The theme is untapped. And for those of you who may not know, for TED Talks and for TEDx Talks, people apply. People have to apply. People have to audition. They have to be approved. And to know that person's just reached out, the organization just reached out and said, we select you. There's no process that you have to go through. This is my testimony that when God approves you, there are no borders, there are no barriers, there are no processes, there are no procedures, because he has called you. right? Like he's called you. So even though I could sit here and I could say, gosh, there are so many Jamaicans, literally, they could blindfold themselves, click them heels, spin anywhere, and they would find a great Jamaican, locally based, as well as a Jamaican in the diaspora. They would find an amazing Jamaican, and I'm just like, but they choose me? Like, what? And I'm going to be obedient as always. I don't always have it figured out. I promise you. I don't always have it together, but my life has been one where I've just worked. I've just focused on me, focused on my craft. I don't care about the noise. I just do me as Terri. I don't try to be anybody else. And the fact that that is enough. And that God will choose you no matter who you are. And he will put you on a stage or on a platform that you never imagined. So all this time I've been looking at TED Talks and TEDx Talks, and I even attended one here in Jamaica, and I'm like, wow, these people are amazing. I mean, I attended a TEDx Talk in Jamaica, I think in 2013. Never in a million years would I imagine years later I would be delivering my own. And so I choose not to ask why me. I choose not to ask. I choose to say or to ask why not me. And I choose to embrace this opportunity openly, freely, understanding that it is not easy. This is not a walk in the park. For those of us who know TED Talks and TEDx, this is a challenge for me. It has its protocol, it has its nuances, and that means that I would have to unlearn things and relearn things and stretch myself in a capacity that I never have. Am I excited? Yes. Am I nervous? A little bit. Am I proud? Absolutely. And I just thought that this was something that this would be something you'd be interested in. I'm very happy that I shared it with you. It was not as nerve-wracking as I thought it would be. Thank you. I mean, it's not a talk show. It's not a book. It's not all of these other things. But for me, it certainly is a tremendous milestone. And so for anybody else who's out there, your time is coming as well. And I hope that when I do this TEDx talk, TEDx Aston University, and the theme is Untapped, I certainly hope that it will inspire others. Those of you who might have been thinking but never thought that maybe it was possible, it is possible. Just think of an idea, especially an idea that is worth sharing. And for those of you who might be asking then, what is it? Because the theme is Untapped. That too was very different for me because I think most people would have assumed that it would have been veterinarian, rejected, but then turned something else. You kind of think that it's going to be on that level. But instead, it's actually about my very unique relationship with my daughter. And so my topic is actually untapping, how do you untap or untapping the potential of children holistically, which is strange, right? But not very. But the reason why I gave you the 5 pointers before I gave you this announcement is because I want to show you that you don't know who is watching. You don't know who is paying attention. And even though you may be focusing on hosting or your TV gigs or whatever, and you might be just dropping sprinkles of family and how you parent or what your parental style is, just understand that those are opportunities that might come. So I hope it has encouraged you, if you're not already doing it, to take your brand seriously. It is yours. It is yours, and you're capable of great things. It is not reserved for the Terri-Karelles and athletes and celebrities and other big people. It is there for everyone. But you have to treat your brand with care. You have to nurture it. And certainly when you get the opportunity, jump right in. So in September, hopefully if there is no outbreak of the pandemic, this new strain, hopefully if borders are open, I'll be on a flight to Birmingham, UK, to participate as a TEDx speaker, first one of 2 international speakers outside of the UK. And I certainly will be representing myself, my family, You, my community, you've been so supportive of me. I'll be representing my country, which I always hope to do in a very positive light. So Craig Thomas says preparation meets opportunity. This whole time you talking about TED Talk, I'm looking like, look at you making Nike proud. Thank you. I haven't told her as yet. I hope to share that with her very, very soon, and hopefully I can get her reaction on camera, and hopefully it will be something that is nice. But thank you. Thank you for the support. Are there any questions before I go? And thank you for tuning in. My goodness, 178 of you tuned in. Thank you so very much. Yeah, and certainly if there are any Jamaicans over there in Birmingham, I'm coming over there. So please tell me where to go, where to eat, because, you know, a girl loves her stomach. And let me know. I won't be there for long, but certainly let me know. Thank you for the unwavering support. Are there any 219 people showed up? Oh my goodness. Thank you, Kanik. Any questions? I'll take even 3 questions. Any questions that you'd like me to answer? Now would be the time before I go and get rid of all of the perspiration under my armpits. Any questions? Thank you, guys. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm happy to hear that you're encouraged. Thank you. Giselle, thank you so very much. Is it possible to interview in the future? I'm a graduate for. Is it possible to interview me in the future? Absolutely. Lundy, you just came in. What was the announcement? Check out other persons. Lundy just reached. Could somebody kindly let Lundy know what he missed? You have a message for the world. We pray the message will go forth. Thank you, Jason. I really appreciate it. How will you prepare? That's a very good question. Nicole, can we see your presentation? Okay, so I have just started, which is funny. I'm a free speaker, for those of you who don't know. So I've never written a speech. I've never written my thoughts. I've literally just gone and presented to various groups, companies, organizations, and gone with a speech. However, the process is very different. So you actually have to come with some sort of script, and then you kind of have to fine tune it. So right now I'm in that process. I don't have anything to share. So right now I'm at the beginning. I have a little bit of time, but I'm at the beginning. So I haven't started to tease out my presentation as yet, but certainly it's going to take some work to get it down to a particular amount of time. You know, we can't extend over 18 minutes. And so it is going to try to be to get the right message within the right time and share that idea, that one idea that is worth sharing. So thank you. Thank you very much. Wow. Lundy just caught on. He's like, hold on. It's TEDx Aston University in Birmingham, UK. Thank you, Lundy. Thank you. And I don't think that I will be able to share. I don't think anyone has ever been able to share presentations because that is really for the stage. And so I wouldn't be able to do. Wow, Craig said his bags are packed. Well, what's going on here? I don't know what's going on here. The visa, Terry, sort you out. Thank you. Somebody said 18 minutes, please talk fast. Guys, thank you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the love. You guys encourage me a lot. Thank you for being kind with your words. Thank you for being kind with your support. I've always kind of encouraged all of us to be kind to each other in the community. And each time you stop by and you share something or you share a particular way in which I inspired you or impacted you, it just encourages me. It refills my cup and it makes me know that I'm doing something right. So please keep me in your prayers. If you have a little prayer list, write it down for me. You know, pray that I'll be given clarity. Pray that there will be a lot of direction in what it is that I'm doing. Congratulations to Zachary Harding, who will also be a speaker on the stage as well. It's a big deal for Jamaica. It's a really big deal. Out of all countries, Jamaica. So thank you. Thank you. The theme, lastly, the theme is untapped. All speakers will have to be speaking to things that involve tapping something. And for me, it's untapping the potential of children by raising them holistically. It's not the type of topic that you usually hear me speak about, right? It's just something that I do with my daughter. So now it's to put that into writing. So thank you so very much. And for those of you who are not familiar with TEDx's or TED Talks, you can easily go to YouTube. You can go on Instagram and Twitter, and you'll be able to see the kind of deliveries and the kind of discussions these people have. So is it possible for me to have you speak to some college students about personal branding in October? Sure, you can. If you go to Instagram, you see an email right there, bookings@terri-Karelle.com. Send in your request as early as possible, and that will probably increase the probability that I am available to speak to your students, but that won't be a problem at all. So, I mean, if it is possible to interview me in the future, I'll be graduating from college in 2023. Well, Princess Mona, let us see. Let us see. So, thank you. Wow, people are like, they're going to broke on internet when it lands online, and hopefully I understand that there's so many talks that are there that are yet to be published, and so as for timelines and deadlines, dates, things that I have absolutely no idea. But as usual, I'm just gonna focus on what I have, the task at hand, and I just appreciate your support. Thank you for coming in, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for being here for your hashtag Jamaican Girl. So thank you. Good night. We'll talk. I'm going to go make an official post on Instagram right now. So let's head over to Instagram, and you can tell me and leave all your messages that I wasn't able to see because they were running so quickly. I'm going to make an official post on Instagram, and then you guys are invited to go and drop your comments over there. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, guys. Really, I do. Take care. Bye.